Super Turbo Tutorials is taped live before an internet audience.
A live internet audience. Important to know that.
Broadcast from Los Angeles, California. Beautiful, sunny, sexy, all this good stuff. This is what Los Angeles, California is all about. Welcome to Super Turbo Tutorials. Your host tonight, the great Grandmaster El Trouble.
Grandmaster, please.
Oh wait, hold on. He's not yet the Grandmaster. Eventually he will be Grandmaster. But
Exactly, eventually.
Eventually. So anyway, welcome to Super Turbo Tutorials with your host El Trouble,
Guys?
Zangief, myself, and with us today is the great Miller Time.
Lovely Miller Time.
How come I can't be great? I have to be lovely.
That is true. That is a very sexist thing to say. The lovely El Trouble and the great.
Thank you! Finally someone says it!
So, Super Turbo Tutorials episode 10, Ryu. This is a character tutorial.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to go through all the basics of what you need to know to play a proficient Ryu. Take it away, senor.
Alright, well, today we're covering Ryu, like you said. I will go on record for saying that I believe that Ryu is the most balanced, one of the most balanced characters in fighting game history. And there's a reason why he is easily the most used character in tournaments and casuals and all that stuff. And it's because he's so extremely well balanced. Like, all of his moves have a specific purpose and a use, but they're not extremely abusive, overpowering, all that stuff. Like, they all have a strength, they all have a weakness. But it's all about how you use all these different tools as a player to win your matches. And thus, although he has no, he has a few bad matchups, but nothing's ever unwinnable for him. A skilled Ryu player is a very deadly thing in the tournament. So today we're going to teach us a few basics. He's played very similarly to Guile, but he has a few more tricks here and there, and he's a little more effective in my opinion because of the fact that he's able to move around, and he has a far better reversal than Guile, obviously. So we're going to go over some of the basic normals. So if you back off, Tanya.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to cover each of the basic normals. Alright, so starting with jab all the way to the heavy button. So standing jab, nothing too amazing. I use it as an anti-air in certain matchups because of the fact that his entire arm is, as you can tell, complete hitbox. So at a far distance, it'll actually beat out a lot of moves because of the fact that there's no hurtbox on it. Of course, as you can tell, his head still has a hurtbox, so you have to really be aware of the ranges in which this anti-air will work. But for the most part, it's not too effective. What I use it for is during footsies, because of the fact that it forces your opponent to block if they try to walk backwards. So if Tanya tries to walk back, back and forth, she can move. But if I walk forward and do this, she can't walk backwards anymore. So basically, I can use this in my attacks. So I can do short, stand jab, and then just do a sweep. And she can't back out of it like a lot of people want to, just to get out of danger. They'll enter that block animation. They'll get swept. So that's what I like it for. As far as his light kick, his crouching jab, nothing too notable. Nothing too useful there. His short towers are actually very good. His stand short is actually a very good anti-air. As you can tell, whenever his entire leg rises up, it knocks a lot of players out of a jump attack. So if you try to jump at me, sorry, go. It'll stop a lot of good attacks.
And it comes out really quickly.
It's fast. So if you can't uppercut, you don't have time to uppercut, just do stand short. Very quick, very easy, and as you can tell, his entire leg is red, so it's pretty safe to throw out there because his head moves backwards, so you're free from danger. His short light kick is a very good attack. As you can tell, his entire leg is red. His entire leg is red at the very tip. It comes out very quickly, so it beats out a lot of good pokes, but at the same time, you can also use it for mix-ups. So if you're close to your opponent, like after a knockdown or whatever, you can do crouching light kick throw, you can do tune to throw, you can do any kind of variation too. Uppercut if you think they're going to try to throw you back. So there's a lot of good mix-up potential with this attack, and it beats out certain low attacks. So that's what it's useful for. Moving on to his next normal move is his stand medium punch. It's I think of it like an extension of a stand jab. It's a little slower, but as you can tell, the entire arm is also red. So as much as Militron wants to try, she can't beat me because the whole arm is red. So it's also used as a very good anti-air as well. Let's see, his crouching medium punch, also good. Very unorthodox anti-air, but you don't see it very often. But where it is useful is that it lets you set up for a lot of his offensive options. So for example, if I do this, it'll combo. But I can also do that, and it's a complete block string. Meaning, if they block or get hit by the first attack, they cannot reversal out of the next attack. So it's a very good way to hit confirm into your combos. Meaning, it's a good way to land a series of attacks, and based on whether or not you hit your opponent or they block, you can go into your next thing. So you can do, of course, you can combo crouch medium punch. You can simply walk up throw. You can do any variations of things. And one of Ryu's greatest strengths is indeed his offense. Not just for zoning, but his close-up game as well. So there's that. And if we go to Stand Fierce. Stand Fierce, not terribly useful, if I'm honest. Although it looks very similar to Stand Strong, it actually comes out very slowly, and if you pay attention to Ryu's head, his hurt box actually moves forward and up a little bit, so he gets hit out of it quite a lot. And it's a very slow attack. You will rarely see this in a fight. However, his Crouch Strong is very good. The Crouch Fierce. His Crouch Fierce is known as the Mexican uppercut. It's not a very politically correct term, but if you look at it, it has an insane huge red box above it. It's kind of like a poor man's DP, I think, Like, if you can't anti-air, just do a quick Crouch Fierce, and it'll at least trade, if not beat your other opponent. So it's a very good attack, very good anti-air, but obviously if you're in range and you know how to uppercut, uppercut's always the preferred anti-air choice. So there's that. As far as close attacks, nothing too notable. They're all kind of the same up close. The only difference is his stand medium kick's kind of a cute little gimmick here. You can use it as a tick throw. I know Mr. Guile, of course, uses that very famously. He uses it for tick throws or set it into supers for a nice little trick to get people to press buttons while he does super. But Close Fierce is also a very good attack. It's actually a very good anti-air if they're directly above you, and also you can use it to combo into it. So it's your best combo move if you're on the ground. So if Miller Time Pleases Chunk jumps over me, if she's directly above me, Stand Fierce is very good. Very wide red box, comes out fairly quickly, and you don't have to uppercut so much. Of course, it only works if you're kind of close to your opponent. If they're kind of far away, you'll get this ugly Stand Fierce here, which isn't terribly useful. And what is? Oh, I forgot about crouching medium kick. Sorry.
That's a really good move.
His standing one at distance, kind of similar to a stand short version, but a little bit slower. It does a little more damage, but for the most part, people use a stand short version just because it is quicker. But it is literally the exact same move, but a little bit slower. However, the one you want to learn about is his crouching medium kick. So if you see, has good range. The tip of it is a all hurt box, so has decent priority, but mostly has good range, and you can combo into it, into fireballs, into super, all that good stuff. So it's one of his go-to moves for combos. Also for poking your opponent away. If your opponent's getting too close and you don't like it, just poke back with the fireball, and then you're back in range, like so. All right, and the next move. And the next move we're gonna cover is a standing roundhouse. At a far distance, not too much use. It's very slow, easy to punish. It can be used kind of as an anti-air if you want to look for a heavy trade, but as you can tell, the hurt box is kind of close to his hitbox, so it'll often trade. Usually, not too useful. However, his ground roundhouse is very good. It comes out very quickly. It has a lot of recovery, but it's famously used to punish people, and unique to Super Turbo and I believe Alpha 1, Alpha 2 is that he can cancel it into a special move. So it makes it a very good option to push your opponent away. If they're getting too close, just walk up, sweep fireball. So I mean, Ryu's crouching forward and crouching sweep alone are very good what we call footsie tools. So if you have two players kind of here, kind of scared to jump, kind of scared to throw fireballs because they are somewhat risky, you can use a combination of sweeps and roundhouses to play what we call footsies. Like so. That's pretty effective. As far as jumping normals go, for his neutral jump, you really only ever want to use either Jump Fierce or Jump Roundhouse. Jump Roundhouse being the most popular option. Doesn't have too many uses. I can't think of too many matchups where that's actually a critical part of the match. Maybe except for a Sagat, where if he's doing a low tiger shot, you can do a neutral jump roundhouse to punish it, but it's not terribly reliable. Mostly you'll. Oh, sorry. So as far as neutral jumps go, nothing too useful. As far as jump attacks though, he has a lot of good options. Of course, his light jab is a very good air-to-air attack, and it also puts your opponent at very little block stun. So if I do like a jump attack on Tanya here, I can immediately go into throw very quickly. Whereas if I use a heavy attack, I have to wait a little longer because it does push them back a lot further, and so I don't have a lot of mix-up options. If that makes sense, if I use a heavy attack. That's where the light attacks are very good. Priority is alright, but short range, so you're really only use it if you want to do some throw gimmicks or some basic low attacks into combos. Let's see what else. His jump kicks, both his roundhouse and his forward, are both very good. They look very similar, but as you can tell, the jump roundhouse has a lot more range, has a lot more hitbox behind it, so this is probably your go-to jump attack if need be. His jump forward is only really good because it pushes your opponent back not very far, so you can use it again as tick throws. But yeah, usually you use the jump roundhouse attack, which is also a very good attack because it has a cross-up properties built into it. So if I just stand still for a second. Whoa, that was a glitch. That does not normally happen in the real game. But as you can tell, if I aim it correctly, I can hit Tanya right behind her neck, or I can even choose it in front of her, which makes it somewhat ambiguous. High-level players have an easier time blocking it, but for the most part, it's a very good cross-up attack. So if you knock your opponent down, you usually always go for the cross-up. Oh. As far as jump fierce go, jump fierce is a very good, what we call air-to-ground attack, meaning, say I'm fighting like a Guile, and Guile players are known for using very good normal anti-airs to beat jump attacks. Ryu's jump fierce will actually beat it or trade with it. Usually just beat it at times. So if you're jumping in on an opponent and you're kind of close, jumping fierce is probably your best option because it will beat a lot of attacks. But it's not too normal. It's not too it doesn't have too much priority, but I mean it's better than the crouching medium, crouching roundhouse attack, which not so much good air to ground priority. So that's where you use jumping fierce. And to switch it up a little bit. All right, so after normal moves, we'll cover what I call special normal moves, which requires the input of the stick as well as input of the button. So Ryu has a few notable ones. The first one I'm going to show you is his dash, which is done by holding forward and pressing heavy punch. And this move actually has a lot of utility. For example, because this game has no dashes, it acts as sort of a front dash that only Ryu and I think Blanca can do. What is wrong with this? Okay, anyways. So it comes out very quickly, it moves forward a good distance. So if, for example, if you're playing the fireball game, and they decide to jump, you can dash up uppercut kind of as a surprise tactic. It's a very good way to gain ground very safely without having to jump, and a little bit faster than your walk-up attack, so it's also very useful for like tick throws. So normally if I kick Tanya away for pretty far distance, whoa. This training mode has some insane glitches. I can't really throw her if I push her back too far away. I have to walk away. I have to walk forward a long distance. But using my dash, if I throw her back into the screen, I can do short, 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 dash. Oh, sorry. Get over there. Do short, 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 dash, throw. Nice little trick, little mix-up. The second one, and also you can also combo into it. Actually, I forgot to mention that. So stand still for a second. What the heck? So you can combo into super, you can combo into low forward fireball. Ryu has a lot of good combo options, what makes him such a deadly character. Is that any hit he does, he can... Oh, my timing, so bad. Alright, relax, relax. What is with this training mode, these weird little hitback? I get the point. Can't do it right now too often, but I get the point. The next one I'll cover. Weird. Next one I'll cover is his overhead, which is done by pressing forward and the medium punch, also known as strong. And this move is very good for his mix-up potential because of the fact that if I'm next to my opponent, as I do a jump attack.
I didn't touch anything.
I know. So I do a jump attack, I can do overhead, combo to a sweep, and do whatever I want. And again, much like all of other Ryu's regular normal attacks, he can combo after the overhead, but it has to be on a crouching opponent. But most opponents usually... Are you seeing that? Most opponents crouch down back whenever they're under attack anyways. So it makes for a very good attack. Timing's off today, but you guys get the point. You can combo into a low medium punch fireball, low kick to fireball. If you're really advanced, you can combo into a super. Something's really sticks, but anyways, we'll move on. His other command normal is extremely good one. It's jumping strong. Well, it's not really command normal, but I consider it command normal because it's somewhat unique and has a little more utility than standard jump attacks. As you can guys see, it has very good.
Yeah, it doesn't work half the time when you jump up.
Zangief, your stick's kind of busted.
What happened?
I can't move forward.
Are you serious?
It comes at half the time, so I don't know what's going on. Alright, I'll try to stay on this side then. Tell you stay on that side, please. So, as you can tell, his jumping strong attack here has very good air-to-air priority. And the best part is that it juggles, so if Tanya backstop jumps at me, it juggles for a total of 3 times. So regardless of how many hits you got on the first jump, it'll combo the rest. Just like that 3. Does a lot of damage, it's good, and you combo the super afterwards. How did I end up on the other side? Alright, go.
Should I be on?
Combos for 2 hits, so if I can land it properly. Ah!
Still only works half the time?
Yeah, it's a little iffy right now.
Alright, probably still in connection.
So it's a very good attack if they're jumping in the air. You meet them to the air and do jump strong. And the best part is that if they do it, they get pushed in the corner. So now you have positioning to do the fireball game, whatever you gotta do. So, speaking of fireballs, we'll move on to special moves. Ryu only has 3. Actually 4, sorry. So the first one, as you all know, is his fireball. It's done by doing a quarter forward circle motion. The jab one's kind of slow, fierce, and medium punch go a little faster. And for all intents and purposes, they have kind of the same startup and recovery. If you want to be technical about it, jab one has a little less, but it's nothing too significant. But this is Ryu's main tool for zoning. It's a very good attack. It can keep your opponent in lockdown, as you can tell. So for example, with the fireball, I can keep her in the corner for as long as I want. Okay, so there we go. And his second one is actually his red fireball. Not many people know this for some reason, but he actually has 2 fireballs. So while the blue one is done by doing quarter forward circle fireball, his red one is done by doing a half circle forward. So you start from back to down, back, down, down, forward, and forward, and you get the red fireball. And the difference is, important to know, is that the red fireball actually knocks down on hit, and they enter that weird fire animation. Oops, sorry. Like so. Whereas the blue one does not. It'll do some damage and push him back a little bit, but nothing too significant. And different Ryus will use different variations of red and blue fireballs. And yes, Unessential is correct. It does not knock down full screen, but kind of at mid-ish screen or closer, it'll knock down a hit. So a lot of Ryus will either alternate between these two or prefer one or the other. The main difference is that the blue ones generally do more stun damage. So if you're close to stunning your opponent, you might want to use the blue one instead. Whereas the red one knocks down on hit. A lot of guys favor the red one just because it does knock down on hit. Personally, I alternate between blue and red. So if I'm playing the fireball game and we're, I'm playing like a Ryu mirror, I'll alternate between blue fireballs. But if they get any closer, I'll start using red fireballs about this distance, so I can do a knockdown. So from there, I can do whatever I want. I can push fireballs. I could go for cross-ups, overheads, whatever I want. But if I'm just zoning them out, I'll just use the blue fireballs. And here are the red fireballs. So that's the big difference between the 2 fireballs. His next one, the one you all guys know, is his uppercut. Done by doing a Z motion. So you do forward, down to down forward, and you press a punch button. And the light one generally being a lot safer than the other ones. So here's a jab one, strong one, and then the fierce one. So they go at different heights, but the jab was considered very safe because it recovers very quickly. And the strange thing about this jab uppercut is that it can even go through fireballs. So if you throw a fireball against me, it looks weird, but it can actually go through fireballs. It's kind of advanced, and most people don't even do this. They'll just simply block or use neutral jumps, but it's kind of neat to know if you're about to die, you see a fireball coming, you could uppercut to completely avoid damage. But its most common use is as anti-air. Because you guys can tell, like, he has this gigantic hurt box for his fist, but beyond that, like, for the first few frames where he does an uppercut, he's actually invincible. So if you guys look at the player 1 Ryu, whenever he does an uppercut, his blue box actually disappears for a split second, meaning that he cannot be hurt with anything, which is what allows him to go through fireballs, but more importantly is what works so well as a good anti-air, because of the fact that nothing will ever beat that, because there's nothing to hit, man. But beyond anti-air, you actually use it as part of the ground game as well. It's a little riskier, but if you predict your opponent's gonna do like an attack, you can like a sweep or something, you just uppercut them. It will hit low attacks, believe it or not. So very good at anti-air, kind of good as like a psychic poking tool, kind of like that, where she threw out a low sweep and I punish it with an uppercut. But again, it's risky because of the fact that whenever you hit an opponent, you're generally left unsafe. Unless you're at certain ranges, which is about right here. Right there. So she can't really punish it. Certain characters can, but for the most part, it's a very risky move to use. And his last one I'll cover is his spin kick, which I'm doing right now. And his spin kick has some unique properties. It actually allows him to go through over certain fireballs, such as Guile and Dalsum. So if you see a Guile or Dalsum throw a fireball, you actually spin kick and go right over it. But as you can tell, if I do it against Ryu, it will not work. So it works against certain fireballs, not against others. It's a very good move to advance forward kind of safely if you do it properly. But the best part is that it builds meter really, really quickly. And I can't really show that to you because I have the super meter turned on max, but it only takes like 6 spin kicks or so to go from 0 meter to full meter. So it builds meter very quickly. And you combine that with the fact that you can do it in the air, which is a very unique property of this move. You can build meter very quickly. It's also a good way to advance forward. So I can do a sweep into a spin kick. So I mean, this move doesn't have like a single purpose. Kind of like, you know, the uppercut, you know, obviously is primarily used as an anti-air. The Hadouken mostly uses a zoning tool, but the spin kick here can be used in a variety of ways. Kind of like that. Use little tricks to land damage on your opponent. But the cool thing about this move is that you can do it in the air. And based on the timing of when you do it in the air, it'll actually affect his jump arc, which will make it so that it makes it a little more difficult to anti-air. But beyond that, you can also use it to do cross-ups on your opponent. Like that. And against certain characters with a bigger hurt box, such as T-Hawk, Sagat, this actually becomes a little more difficult to block, because of the way, you know, his Ryu's legs kind of alternate and kind of change where his attacks can come from. So yeah, it's a very good way to escape certain situations, attack, and if I can do it.
You're doing a juice kick?
I'm trying to on the stick. Come on. Like that. If you guys saw what I just did on the player 2 side, it's called a juice kick. It's basically it's a cute little trick. It's not terribly useful, but it can be used in certain matchups. And basically you just do an air tatsu the second you leave the ground, so you need some pretty fast hands to pull it off. And it's hard to do consistently, as you can tell. But it's a very good way to advance ground very quickly with very little delay. And players like DGV will make good use of it. But for the most part, it's a very advanced tactic. It looks flashy, which is the main reason to do it. But yeah, those are our special moves. And beyond that, we'll cover his super. So Ryu has... Yes, hyphenated in the stream chat makes a good point. Ken's juice kick is a lot better. Mostly because of the fact that it does more hits, so it puts your opponent in more block stun. But beyond that, it also sets up for Ken's very good tick throw game, which is essential to Ken, which I'll cover at a later date whenever I get a Ken player to show up here. But for now, we'll cover his super.
We're gonna ask paper cut. That's a decent Ken.
That's alright.
Well, your Ryu is just alright too.
Excuse me. Hyphenated. Ken's Jutsu has a tighter arc. It feels like it, but I don't know if it actually is. It just, I don't know. Maybe because Ken just feels more impressive and more aggressive, but I don't know. I'd like to actually test that. I imagine they're very close, they're very similar to each other. But let's see. Excuse me, Tanya. So we'll cover Alright, here we go. So we'll cover Ryu's super. Ryu has one of the best supers in the game. Because of the fact that, one, he's able to build it very, very quickly. Two, he can combo off a lot of his medium strength hits. Like so. And there are fancier combos, but it's a very good basic combo to learn. Oh, shoot. It does a lot of damage. It gives a hard knockdown, which gives you advantage, positional advantage, so you can do whatever you want after you hit them. And it's also safe on block, which is ridiculous. So if Tanya just blocks, safe on block, completely safe on block. And the worst part is that if you're in the corner and you block a super, you can walk up just to go for an overhead for a little free damage there. Also does very good chip damage. And sets up forgiveness like that. And it's done by doing a 2 quarter circle forward motions and punch. So basically, you do 2 fireball motions and a punch. And with practice, you can do it fairly quickly. And like I said, you can combo into it, which makes it one of the best supers in the game. Okay. But yeah, beyond that, I guess I'll cover basic strategies for this character. So if we do some resets here, turn off cheat, because I think at this point it's kind of distracting to turn on cheats. So give me a second, guys. I'll turn everything off.
Do you want me to pick a particular character, Eden?
You can pick whoever you want. I'm just going to show off kind of Ryu's general playstyle, which is basically a...
I'll pick Honda.
If you want, go ahead. So right now we're going to play Ryu versus Honda, which is kind of a...
Or I'll pick Chun. It's in my brain.
Alright, we'll do Ryu-Chun. A fairly common matchup, but I'll show you guys how Ryu uses a combination of zoning and aggression to win his matchups. Why is it still on? Oh, hold on. Cheats.
Happy?
Huh?
Oh, it's saying that.
No, I saw it. I turned it off. Didn't work out, so let's try it again. I thought Jacqueline's, is it?
Should be Jack.
Alright, so let's see if the hacks are off. Yo, oh, I know why it is. Never mind. I know why it is. Alright, Tanya, let's try GPU FBA. Alright guys, excuse me while I do some setups here. So we're going to play a few quick matches just to show you guys how you can utilize all of Ryu's toolsets to win in matchups. So the great strength of Ryu is that he doesn't have a singular attack strategy. He can change it based on personal style, preference. Certain matchups demand that you play a certain way. What negative?
I think you messed it up. Oh, never mind.
2, 4. Alright, play up. Even the mouse is starting to bug out. There we go. Alright, that should work, guys. Sure.
A Diet Coke would be nice.
Or a regular Coke.
Or whichever you're willing to pour. Thank you, Soda Kid. Oh, now we're...
I don't think we remember what this is, right? Who's he on?
That was mine, the one you just grabbed.
Oh.
On my side. Alright, so we'll show some basic Ryu play
Oh
here.
god, she's so white.
So I use red fireballs to knock her down. I get positioning. She'll jump eventually because she's Chun-Li.
Jump!
I use spin kick to advance forward while building meter. Uppercut, and now I have the corner positioning, so I'll just throw fireballs all day long against her. See, at this point, there's really no reason to play risky against Chun. Now it's very simple. I didn't do a whole lot. I just kind of threw fireballs, kind of gain positioning on you, put your back against the corner. And in this matchup, that's really what Ryu wants. That because Chun-Li has such a good super, you wanna finish her off before she gets a chance to pull up the super. Very nice, very nice. Oh, Chun-Li, why? And there's a super to punish. So right now, I was in a bad position. She was doing that neck breaker stuff, which is kind of hard to block if you're not ready for it. It's kind of 50-50.
Yeah, I'm a girl, so apparently it's really easy to play Chun-Li.
Yeah, unessential.
Like
she doesn't even
parrot.
play Chun-Li, but that neck breaker, that was hard to block. So I was in a bad position. So instead of going for the uppercut, I opted to just block and just guess my way out. Because when Chun-Li puts you in a frame advantage, she can do anything she wants to. She can go low,
red. I like
she
it.
can go throw, whatever she wants. So my goal in this matchup is to not let Chun-Li get anywhere close to me.
Not working for you right now.
So right now, put her in the corner, make her guess fireballs, make her eat a few red ones, a few blue ones, and all of a sudden she's in the corner. Stand jab anti-air, very unorthodox.
Especially since she's a charge character for her fireballs.
Spin kick to get away, hits her behind. See, it's all about using all of Ryu's tools, all of them. Although they're very simple tools, you have to know how to use all of them to win your matches.
I feel like Ryu has the biggest curve to learn out of all the characters.
I completely disagree, actually. I actually think he's very easy to learn, but he's hard to master.
Yeah, maybe that's what I meant.
He has a very long learning curve.
There we go.
Tick throw, now I have positioning. She's gonna throw the fireball eventually because she's Chun. Oh! Uppercut, a dash.
See, every tool is necessary at every single point in time.
So even though this is a what's largely considered a Ryu favored matchup, if I mess up, man, and Chun-Li gets her game going on me,
It's over.
see, she can finish me quick. If I'm not on point,
you have to be on
if
point with
she
Ryu.
puts me in the corner and she has super before I get super, it's very scary because Chun-Li super can absolutely blow through my fireballs, which is largely what Ryu uses to win this matchup. So it's tough, man. I've always struggled this matchup myself against good Chun-Li players.
Stacy, what?
Look at you go.
It's an 8.
Good job. Look at you.
I have a vagina, so apparently it's an 8. Well, I still don't have the building super down, though.
How did I get a crouch short as opposed to a juice kick? There it is.
You have to have uppercut and
See,
bait
I
it
had
out.
a sense that she's gonna jump at me. So you gotta use the uppercut, one of his best anti-airs, if not. Unorthodox start by Tanya. Zoning. This is one of Ryu's key strategies, actually. He's using the fireball, using the
Keep them
uppercut
away.
to control positioning, stand jab. A little L trouble special that only I do. Got him.
Oh,
got him.
good shit.
There it is. My super beats your fireball. Your super beats my fireball. So it's all about who gets super first. It really is.
Alright, so who should I pick next? That's pretty much the general.
Anyone you
matchup.
want, actually. Well, let's see. Can you do Honda, actually?
Sure, pick it.
I'll show off traditional zoning patterns. See, in that matchup, it really is... I need a balance of zoning, footsies, the ability to build super meter, knowing how to have patience to escape. A combination of Ryu's skills. But here we're going to show off Ryu's kind of traditional fireball game, in which we'll play this classic Ryu-Honda matchup. Oh shit.
Another thing that you should know about the Honda matches is you should bait out their headbutts with jump back fierce, right, Eugene? God, DGV does that to me all the damn time. It's annoying. No, Eugene?
Yes. Sorry.
See, once we start playing Super Turbo, all is lost. Ooh, there's your stand jab. That looks very good against him.
It works against Honda. I think I picked it from Watson. It's a very old school hyper fight anti-air. I'm in love with it. I have no idea why. So here is a very linear matchup. Honda wants in, Ryu wants to keep him out. If I don't keep him away, I'm losing. Stand jab beats the headbutts. See, unorthodox use of normals works in this game. Shit. Oh, I didn't want that. Headbutt.
A lot of people don't use that sweep technique, I noticed. The new Ryus, they have
Really?
a bad habit of not doing that.
I love
The new-
anti-guards.
New Ryus don't have that ability yet, baby doll.
Oh, my stand jab should have beat that.
What character should you not safe jump with Ryu? That's a very good question.
Give me a second. I'll answer that as soon as I do this.
Seriously? You can't?
I'm showing off my thing here. Give me a sec. So here I'm using a combination of fireballs, fakes, and uppercuts. And
See, that's exactly what I was talking about. He knew that my headbutt was coming, he baited it out, and he jumped back fierce. And then use that trip guard, or not
Yeah,
trip guard in this.
well, I love trick guarding Honda. I love trick guarding Honda because he can't do anything about it. It's delicious. So that was kind of like a classic zoning pattern that Ryu's use. Like, I don't want to play footsies with Honda. Honda's too deadly up close and at that standing sweep range, so I opt to just keep him out with fireballs. Very lame, very boring, but if your goal is to win in Super Turbo, you sometimes have to play lame and boring.
Who do you want me to pick next?
Well, let's see, what covers zoning? Let's try Geef. Can you play Geef?
Sure.
So, Zangief has a unique ability where his lariat will actually allow him to pass through fireballs unharmed. So we'll show that off a little bit here. So if I throw a fireball, she can spin like that. And what this means effectively is that I can't really zone Zangief because he can just spin all day long,
Whoa, come on through. There we go.
which lets him get in on me very easily. So I really can't abuse my fireball pattern, much like I would against a Honda. So what I have to do is I have to use a combination of footsies, I can't use my fireball in the footsie game, so if I sense that he's going to do like a bad sweep or something, I can back off and just do a fireball. Uh-oh. Like so. So although she can't lariat that, because of the fact that I'm doing it so close to her in proximity, it's hard for her to counter. Oh. Oh, very nice, very nice.
Punch the balls.
So here, my fireball use is very limited to just, you know, randomly trying to catch Zangief from sweeping or, like so.
Knowing all your anti-airs is a good idea in this match.
I mean, the beautiful thing about Super Turbo is that you have so many anti-air options, whereas in a lot of games, you really don't have a lot of options. Oh, C beats it. No. Uppercut. And boom, boom, boom.
Style.
So in this matchup, it's much more important to learn how to fight what we call the mid game, which is that zone where, like neither player can really jump at each other without doing without committing to a risk. And you know sometimes it is necessary, but.
Were you
Oh,
going
sorry
to
about
play
that.
Zangief again?
Yeah.
Banana hammock.
So at this range, it's much more important to learn how to use my crouching kicks effectively. Like so. Like that. Trip guards. Just trying to grab, I feel it. There we
And
go.
you know what
Very
some people
nice,
don't think of
very
to
nice.
use for Ryu too is that you can use a super to chip and to keep them in place. I know a lot of new Ryus don't exactly do that. And it'd be nice to see them utilize that more.
See, I do use some fireballs, but I can't really abuse it like I would against a Honda. So here I'm just keeping Zangief in the corner. Oh, very good lariat. I back out. I have super now, which means boom. Boom. See, there again, we had the example where I threw the super not caring whether or not I hit him, but I wanted to put in block stun so I could walk up and do a mix-up because I knew he was so close to dying. So, although it's not high-level play, you kind of get the basic idea of how to play a more footsie-oriented game. Play any way you want. You want to do a zoning game? Can you play Dee Jay, Guile, or Ryu? So now we come to my favorite match. Ryu versus Guile. Very, very classic, quintessential Street Fighter match right here. Ah, there it is. Light kick to go to Sonic Booms, as you can tell. And now that he's in the corner, I'm just gonna keep him in the corner. So,
No
as you can see
uppercut
there,
for you.
I can't. Whatever. That's the
How
way
do you
it
do
is.
this hop, jump, kick forward?
Like a medium kick.
Oh, there you go.
So right here, it's kind of risky for either character to really jump at each other because of the fact that both characters have very good anti-airs. So what you're gonna see here is a lot of fighting on the ground. A lot of fireballs, a lot of fighting for space, which is what we're doing here. Oh, damn. There I am with that dash punch and super combo. Put a little bit of pressure on Guile, make him guess what I'm gonna do. Go low, go throw. Anything I want. Can't take you nowhere. This girl. You wanna do it again? Zoning in.
It's been a while since I played Guile. He was fun. I like him. He's very surgical.
Yeah, this is a good match because you really have to, like, keeping an eye on your spacing is so important.
Come
in
on,
this matchup.
fireball. Damn. What?
I win.
So bad with fireball characters.
Yeah, because patience isn't in your name, man. I'm telling you. So right now I'm using a combination of my kicks, my spin kicks to go over the sonic booms, my fireball, to really put some pressure on Guile here and keep him in the corner. And Guile got out, but it's all good. We're back to play some Street Fighter.
Oh!
And the super bait.
Dang, every time.
Delicious.
So sexy time.
One more time with Guile. He's so much fun. Or I'll do DJ or Dalton or something.
Whatever you want.
God, Guile's fun.
So I mean, by now you guys have seen me kind of in good situations where everything's going my way. I'm throwing fireballs, I'm putting Tanya in the corner, blah blah blah. But there's also bad times where she's putting pressure on me and I don't have an easy out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a Honda headbutt or, you know, something fancy like that or... Oh! So right now I'm in a bad situation. DJ has me in the corner, and
Man, I'm really good at DJ.
his elbows, man, his elbows are too sharp. Can't get past his elbows. The Morocco's too good.
Ooh!
But now it's kind of the opposite corner, where I have a DJ in the corner. But now we're kind of back in the same situation we were before. Who does that?
Good DJs. Damn, I like DJ. God, I see where Daryl picks this.
He's fun, and he's largely considered like a better version of Guile. I think we covered that in episode 2 weeks ago. Oh god. Okay. Please press forward. So now if I win my life. That's it. See? Very good job by Tanya. So even though Ryu is considered advantage in this matchup, like DJ has a lot of tools to get around Ryu's fireballs and throw some elbows at me, throw some legs. DJ has very good normal attacks, better than Ryu's, way better than Ryu's, and she's doing a good job, kind of keeping me in that position, kind of getting to a certain range where.
Thank you, Cross, by the way.
Who?
We're talking about my Clockwork Orange t-shirt. We have some Kubrick fans in the audience.
Yeah.
Come on, Fireball. Ooh!
Yeah, super baits.
God, so Ryu is all about baiting and just keeping them impatient.
It's all about mixing it up. It's all about making you feel like you're never comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Please, Fireball, please. Thank you.
Oh, it's bullshit.
A little bit of gimmicks there. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, comments, concerns, I guess that pretty much covers the basics of Ryu. And again, I covered the raw basics. I didn't cover, you know, hit confirm combos or Kara cancel uppercuts, any of that complex stuff. But hopefully the things you learned today will kind of get you started on how to play Ryu, give you an idea what kind of character he is, what kind of player it takes to play a character like this. A guy who, he has no real cheap, dirty gimmicks. Like, you have to play him very solid. Confirm, bam, bam, bam! Yeah, the Kurioshi combo. Please uppercut, please, please. Shit. Oh! Ah! Yeah, the special throws are cheap, but as far as throws go, Ryu has like the least cheapest throws. What unessential note? He plays Chun-Li. He likes cheap throws. Jump. Oh, please, Zippy! The gods of Zippy, please let me uppercut.
You just need to get used to the you know,
Oh, why didn't I not
the more
block?
advanced Zippy.
See, what are you guys talking about in stream chat here? Yeah, unessential legs that one button SPD damage, man. As a DGV calls her, Game Genie Chun. You know, you just type in the code and you get these instant damage.
I like
Yeah. Nope. What? Alright, crush the con. Oh! Corner positioning, shield to fireball, overhead, super dead. Okay.
Damn it.
All in a day's work for Ryu.
Shall we? Shall we call the show
Yeah, we'll call right now.
a night?
Yeah, we'll call right now.
I think.
I think I should
closing.
have Chun stuff.
What else
Yeah.
do we need to know about Ryu?
He's
That's
amazing.
pretty much the core essentials. As far as competitive placement, he's considered high tier,
Okay.
but he is the most commonly used player in tournaments. He wins the most tournaments, so that tells you how diverse he is in the hands of a good player.
As far as his ability to beat
win.
practically everyone in a matchup, like, does he have any really bad matchups?
He does, but I mean, they're all winnable matchups.
Right.
They're hard, but as long as you use some player skill. Oh, yeah, he can win any matchup in the game. He's so well balanced. There's no like really bad matchups. For example, like Honda, he's a good
Claw.
character, but he loses bad to fireball characters. Good players who know to use fireball characters. Cammy gets destroyed by Sagat and Honda, and you know, like there are matches where like, I mean, it's really difficult for them to win. It really is.
Right.
But Ryu, no, you can never count out Ryu because he has so much damage potential with super. Oh, come on, do it.
Yes, it's over.
Try the crosscut.
Well, like even technically, Ryu is one of those rare characters like Ken that can actually play against Claw if you know how to do the right uppercut motions.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, I guess we'll end the tutorial here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're gonna stay on and do some casual stuff.
Actually, we can't. Actually, you know what? If you guys want to stay on for another 45 minutes, I'm gonna go and come back.
Okay.
Are you guys down with that?
Yeah.
Sure, we can do
Alright.
that.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah. Is that,
are you buying drugs? Like,
I just gotta drive down the street, a couple of blocks away,
oh, okay, at the corner of.
finish a little bit of business, and I'll be right back. No,
Do what you gotta do. Just don't tell me what it is. I don't want to be an accomplice to anything you're doing. So yeah, we'll end here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week for the next tutorial show. I'm not sure which character I'll cover next, but hopefully I can bring in another top player better than I am to cover the next character. Yeah, tune in here, twitch.tv/Arcadium, every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. And as usual, this episode will be uploaded to YouTube, so if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, critiques, criticisms, blah blah blah, send them my way, youtube.com/LTrouble, where all these episodes will be found. So, alright guys, thanks for tuning in for the tutorial. Hopefully you stick around for some casual games and shit talk, and see you on the flip side. Oh! This character.
Best.
Super. Yes!